Well, coming up on today's show, we're visiting a couple great river towns, Marietta and Parkersburg, West Virginia. And I'll tell you, we found some great things that you can enjoy. I checked out a couple of hotels, one in Marietta that is over 100 years old. And then we came over to Parkersburg, West Virginia, and I checked out the Blennerhassett Hotel, where that is the oldest hotel in West Virginia. And look at this view of the Ohio River behind me. Boy, there's a lot to do: outdoor recreation, arts, dining, just a lot on today's show. Renee, what did you find?
Well, thanks, Mike. We have been having a ball exploring Marietta. We've been shopping, dining, finding all kinds of things to do in the town. You're not going to want to miss a moment of the show. I'm Renee Joseph, and along with Mike Kilburn, we are out and about Marietta. The town of Marietta is rich in history. After all, it's been here since 1788. But not only do they have lots of history to learn, they also are full of shopping, dining, and all kinds of outdoor activities. Dina, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Thanks for having us out to the Marietta, Washington County CVB.
Well, thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
I can't believe all the history involved with Marietta. Give us a little bit of background about the history.
Well, Marietta is the first permanent settle in the Northwest Territory. So way back in 1788, after the first 13 colonies, Marietta was born. So we have lots of history and lots of great assets that are still preserved here in Marietta and Washington County that we'd love to share with the folks.
Yeah, and a lot of people are history buffs and love it, but if you're not a history buff, maybe you like more things like shopping and dining, you guys have all that here too.
We do. We have lots of great shops. We have over 30 downtown shops and restaurants right here in downtown Marietta. And in addition, we have great attractions, the museums, our Valley Gym Sternwheeler, the Campus Martius Museum. Just lots of great things to do here in Marietta.
Well, as we came in, I noticed just how beautiful it is. And I mean, if you're an outdoors person, I'm sure there's lots to do. Talk about that.
Sure. You know, we sit on the confluence of two rivers, the Ohio River and the Muskingum River. So we have lots of great river activities, kayaking, pontoon boats, fishing, and then we have a wonderful bike trail that runs through the town of Marietta. And then just a few miles out of town, you can pick up the Wayne National Forest with all the recreation opportunities that exist there as well.
This is a perfect place to come spend a few days. Absolutely so much to do and such a quaint town. I love it.
Absolutely. We've been charming visitors since 1788.
Oh, I love that too. Tell us how we can find out more information about Marietta in general so we can come visit.
Absolutely. Jump on our website. It's mariettaohio.org.
Fantastic. Again, thank you so much for having us out and showing us around.
Thank you for being here.
Well, if you remember on last week's show, we stopped by Fort Iron Works and we looked at a product called the Honey House, and it's honey bee. And we actually stopped by the lady that puts that all together. Cynthia, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here today.
So tell us, why artisan honey and art? That's an interesting combination.
It's a winning combination, I hope. The whole point is that you have this beautiful natural creations that the honeybees provide us with, but yet those of us that are involved are also practicing artists. So coming to the Marietta area, I've been a painter for a number of years, and I like to paint in this area. So when I saw that this facility was available, I said, well, this might be a nice combination to the Grove City store. Yeah. So we do supply honey in bulk in different regional areas here close to us, and this community has been very supportive as well. So honey is the lure, honey pays the rent, but art is the fun part.
So you have some Central Ohio roots for the company though, right? Talk a little bit about that.
Okay, I've been in Central Ohio for, 30, 40 years now. So having worked and lived in that area for many years, it was just a natural transition. It's a beautiful state, a beautiful community. I've seen Columbus grow by leaps and bounds.
Well, I'm told it's premium grade honey, though. I am told.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's great.
When it's pure and it's local, you know it has all the vitamins and nutrients, the pollen and things that are in it. It's unprocessed, unfiltered, and that's where all the healthy benefits are.
Well, Cynthia, it is so good to talk to you, learn about the business and everything. You know, you see the products on the shelf, but it's nice to see the people behind it. So give us some contact information where we can learn more. I know where we can buy it. We can buy it at Fort Ironworks in the marketplace, but where else can we get it?
Oh, let me see here. You can buy it at service centers in Pickaway County, naturally at the Grove City store.
Now, do you have a website where we can see all this?
Yes, website is www.thehoneyhousegconline.com.
Well, if you love a good breakfast that's made from scratch and locally sourced, Busy Bee Restaurant in Marietta is your place. Thanks for having us out to the Busy Bee Restaurant here in Marietta. And I'm in the perfect spot right by the chocolate cake and cinnamon rolls. Boy, looks fantastic. Tell us a little bit about the Busy Bee Restaurant.
Well, Busy Bee is a staple here in historic Harmer Village in Marietta's west side. So the restaurant's been here since 1944. So we just had our 75th anniversary last year. My family and I bought the restaurant back in 2016. And, you know, we're just really love the food industry. We love being a part of Marietta, and we love really supporting our local community and just having a lot of fun here.
I know you guys make everything from scratch. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we really believe in being a scratch kitchen. So we try to start with base ingredients for every single item that we make. We have roughly 35 sauces that we make in-house. We churn our own butter. We make all of our pancake mixes from scratch. So it's literally a labor of love for us. Everything that we believe we can make from scratch and from the raw ingredients is what we try to do. And I think, you know, for our customers, they appreciate that, and it comes out and it shows in the food.
So I understand you're a farm-to-table type experience. Talk about that.
So the Mid-Ohio Valley is a very agriculturally rich area, and it's never really been taken advantage of the way that I felt that it could have in the valley. So we have tons of farmers. We have lots of small boutique-style manufacturers and producers. So we try to utilize not only our local farmers, but our local production folks.
Well, how do we find out more about Busy Bee? You're making me hungry.
We're easy to find on Facebook at Busy Bee Restaurant. We also have an Instagram page that you can follow to see any of the new updates that we're doing. But we're here on historic Harmer Village. We're at 226 Gilman Avenue, west side of Marietta.
Well, if you love great fashion, then you've got to think Terry Ann's in downtown Marietta. You won't see yourself coming and going in these outfits. Specialty pieces in a woman's boutique that you're absolutely gonna love. Well, Terry Ann, welcome to Out and About Columbus.
Thank you. It's nice to have you.
Well, it's nice being here. I tell you, I'm in heaven here in this clothing store. So Terry Ann's is the name of the store, and you've just celebrated, what, 59 years?
We are about to celebrate
gosh.
our 59th anniversary.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow, well, congratulations on that. How do you get started in the clothing business like this?
So Terry Ann's was opened in 1961 by our mom and dad, George and Virginia Zide. And tragically, they passed away in the early 70s. And I came to work as a high school girl. And here we are, all these years later, telling the same story, serving up fashion in downtown Marietta.
Wow, and you would never know. I mean, this looks like you'd be in New York or something. The clothes are absolutely gorgeous. Tell me a little bit about what you carry here.
We love for you to come to the store because shopping should be a fun experience, and we make it fun, but we know that not everyone can get here. We have shipped product for years. So if you've been here and are unable to come back, we are happy to curate a box, a boutique box for you, and ship you some products so that you can try it on at your leisure, return what you don't like and keep what you love, because we want you to love what your purchase is from Terry Ann's. And yeah, so we would give you a stylist. If you've never been here, we would give you a stylist and you would work with that gal and she'd put together a box and send it right out to you. So we can help you anytime you want, Renee.
How do we find out more information so we can come here and shop?
You can find us online at terryann's.com. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook and Instagram messaging. You can just pick up the phone and call us and we'll tell you anything you want to know. But you're right, your viewers should come to Marietta, shop at Terry Ann's, shop on our front street, have lunch or dinner. We have a lovely downtown and we hope that this helps spread the word.
Well, you know, every town you go to, you kind of find a hotel that's been there a long time. It's absolutely beautiful. The architecture is amazing. And we found that place. It's called the Lafayette Hotel, located here in Marietta. And Sheila Rhodes is joining us today to talk a little bit about this.
Hi.
Sheila, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Thank you.
So tell us about the history of this hotel. Over 100 years old, right?
Yeah, the Lafayette was originally the Bellevue Hotel, but it was built in 1892. In 1916, unfortunately, there was a fire that destroyed that, and the Lafayette was built in 1918. So we've been here ever since.
Wow. Well, tell us some of the unique things about this hotel.
Well, it's definitely grown throughout the years as far as adding different features to the hotel. They've added the restaurant at one point, added the ballroom because that attracts more business as far as trying to bring in whether it's ballroom dancing or Army reunions or just different things like that. So the ballroom was added. The hotel, as far as, has several different room types. And they've even added on another wing of the hotel in 1936. I know that was a long time ago, but just to have more rooms available for our guests.
Well, I understand one of the unique things about this as well is that it's the only place that overlooks the Ohio River, which is behind us, right?
Absolutely, yes. We have only hotel in the downtown area that in Marietta that has the river view. We have different rooms that are available that you can get so where you can see the river, or balconies that you can go out onto, and then the beautiful deck, of course, that we have here.
Well, Sheila, give us some contact information, your website where we can learn more, book some reservations, come down, get a beautiful view of the Ohio River, and enjoy Marietta.
Thank you. Our website is www.lafayettehotel.com, and we also have a Facebook page that's Historic Lafayette Hotel, and also Historic Riverfront Bar and Grill, that is the restaurant for any kind of upcoming events.
The Buckley House Restaurant is the place to come for fine dining in Marietta. We were lucky enough to talk to Chef Tom, who told us all about how to make his famous crab cakes. Well, Chef Tom, welcome to Out About Columbus. Thanks for having us into your kitchen here at the Buckley House. And tell me what your favorite dish to make here is.
Believe it or not, my favorite is the crab cakes. I've been doing them since I lived in Vermont, all the way down to Florida and back up here to Ohio.
Oh my gosh, well show us what you do.
Now we do two different crab cakes here. We do an appetizer size, which is 2, and then we do an entree size, which is 3 plus you get your veg and potato as well. So, all right, now what we're going to do is we're going to sear the outside of the crab cake, sear the opposite side. We're going to finish them in the oven.
Okay, wow.
Okay. So while those are searing, I'm going to get my plate ready.
Well, tell us a little bit about while you're doing that. What is the experience going to be like when we visit the Buckley House?
The experience is very, very intimate. You can come here for a really romantic dinner, anniversaries, parties, but it's a great little date night place, you know?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the setting. It's very romantic. So what sets the Buckley House apart from everything else in the area?
Because we buy the best quality. I buy all fresh fish. Some of it's flown in here. Some of it's the beef and the chicken that we use is local.
Well, how can we find out more information about the Buckley House?
Go to our website or our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page, the Buckley House Restaurant.
And you guys take reservations?
Every day.
Whether you're a professional chef or just love to cook, you'll find every kitchen gadget or tool that you'll need right here at the Cook Shop in downtown Marietta. Dagmar, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thanks for having us out to the cook shop.
Well, thanks for coming.
This is the cutest store I've seen in a long time. I mean, you guys have everything here, and I understand that most of it is American made.
Well, about 40% of our sales are from the U.S. We pride ourselves with bringing in as much U.S. made product as we can. We can't bring everything in. Yeah. People will come in and ask for American made scissors, for an example, and they'd be $65 to $80 plus for that, and then they realize that and say, oh, I don't want to pay that much money for it, but yes.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful. I mean, so many unique things. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to find in here.
Well, we try to have things for everyone. My husband retired about 20 years ago now, and we bought this building, renovated it, and decided that we would put a store in ourselves rather than rent it out. And I'd always been a cook, so we focused the store on what Williams-Sonoma was when it originally opened. Williams-Sonoma back in the 60s was a store for real professional chefs, and it was the first store to bring professional items to the home cook.
How do we find out more information about the cook shop?
Well, the easiest way is we do have a website. It's www.thecookshop.com. You can ask, there's info at the cook shop if you're looking for a specific product. We are on Yelp and Google and, you know, all the other sources.
When you're visiting Marietta, you don't want to forget about your pets at home. We found a great place where you can find everything for all of your pets at We Love Pets. Adam, welcome to the show, and thanks for having us out to We Love Pets. And we all love our pets, and what a great place to stop when we visit Marietta to come in here.
Absolutely. It's so great to have you guys here today. This is awesome. Thanks for coming out.
Well, I see you guys carry about everything that you would want for your pet, as long as some little critters. Tell us what makes you guys so unique.
Well, like you said, we do carry little critters. We carry small animals, reptiles, fish, freshwater fish, saltwater fish, and then all the supplies for all those things as well. But most pet stores do that. So I would say the thing that makes us unique would be the fact that we like to have fun. Last month we had 80s Day here, and the employees dressed up in 80s attire, and it was a lot of fun. Last year for Halloween we dressed up as Toy Story characters. So we like to tie a lot of fun activities into things, but we're also very serious. We take this job serious because we want the pets to go home in the right conditions, and we have employees that have worked here from 10 to 12 to 14 to 16 years. So they really like the job, they enjoy working here, and they take it very serious.
Well, we're going to talk with Christy, who is your assistant manager, to tell us more about some of the things that you guys do here.
Awesome.
Christy, thanks for joining us. So you're a certified pet nutritionist. Tell us why that's so important.
Nutrition is important for your pet's happiness, well-being, and overall energy and longevity.
So how do we find out more information about We Love Pets?
Sure, you can call us at 740-568-9701. You can visit us on Facebook, or you can just stop by and see us. We're just 5 minutes from downtown Marietta.
Christy, thank you so much. Great information. It was really a pleasure to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Well, if you're looking for that perfect, unique gift idea for somebody or something special for yourself, Whidden Whimsy in downtown Marietta is a place you've got to be. Laura, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having us out to Whidden Whimsy. And I've got to tell you, this is the cutest little store I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Oh
I appreciate that.
I love what you have here. Tell us a little bit about your background. How'd you get started owning a store like this?
I actually had absolutely no experience owning a store or any kind of business. I was working at Marietta College. I was an admin coordinator, and I had started a pop-up market called Marietta Marketplace in 2014. And just after a couple of years of doing that, I realized that I really wanted to have a physical place to permanently showcase artists and artisans and small makers.
Laura, what are some of the products that we're going to find here?
Well, first of all, I hope you're going to find products that make you smile or laugh. I try to curate a collection that kind of complements each other, the different lines. There is a lot of humor, a lot of snarkiness, puns, and it's kind of an urban-inspired shop, and you'll find, for instance, you may find Mothman pins, Whiskey River candles, which are always humorous, paper goods that make you just want to pick up a pen and write somebody a letter or send a postcard. We have a lot of state themed merchandise for both Marietta and Ohio in general.
Laura, how do we find out more information about Whidden Whimsy?
Well, you can find us online. The website is www.whiddenwhimsy.com, and that's whimsy with a Z, and you can actually shop the website also. We are on Facebook at Whidden Whimsy and Instagram at Whidden Whimsy. And our phone number is 740-371-5022.
Wonderful. Again, thank you so much for sharing your store with us. We love it.
Well, there's a lot to see and do in Parkersburg, West Virginia, whether it's arts and dining or the great outdoors. A lot to find here. And join us today is Mark Lewis. Mark, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Great to be here.
So tell us a little bit about some of the great things to do here in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Well, Parkersburg is an old river town on the Ohio River here at the confluence of the Ohio and Little Kanawha. It has a tremendous history and heritage story. In fact, Blennerhassett Island State Park is our primary tourist attraction with the stern wheel riverboat that takes people back and forth. We've got historic Henderson Hall up along the Ohio River. We've got the State Oil and Gas Museum. So for history and heritage enthusiasts, Parkersburg is a fantastic destination.
Yeah, no question. Well, you know, one of the things that people love to do is outdoor recreational activities, and they love it when it's within driving distance. And from the Columbus area, this is a pretty easy drive to come down and visit. So what are some of the outdoor recreational opportunities you have here?
We've been working really hard to promote Parkersburg as a hub for outdoor recreation opportunities. We have some tremendous mountain biking in the area, over 250 miles of trails within a 30-mile radius. Mountwood Park just east of Parkersburg, North Bend a little farther east, and then the Wayne National Forest up on the other side of the Ohio River near Marietta. 3 great mountain biking destinations, and Parkersburg makes a fantastic hub for people to get out to all those destinations.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, I know Parkersburg doesn't take any back seat when it comes to arts and dining, so talk a little bit about that with us.
We have the Parkersburg Arts Center, which is the oldest continuously operating arts organization in West Virginia, a tremendous gallery. They do fantastic children's programs. We have the historic Smoot Theater, one of the great historic theaters in America, and we have the Actors Guild, which does fantastic plays.
Well, Mark, great information. Where can we learn more?
GreaterParkersburg.com.
While we were in Parkersburg, we found a great antique shop. It's called Bullseye Antiques. And Mark Kenny's joining us today to talk a little bit about this and how he got started with this. Mark, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Thanks for having me on.
We'll talk a little bit about how you got started in this. I know you had a gun shop before you had this. So the old Bullseye came from that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So then what happened?
Well, me and my wife, we'd go out to antique stores looking for stuff for our house, the garage. I collected oil and gas stuff. And
the wife let you, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, sometimes. And so, you know, we just thought it would be a good fit and we'd enjoy it.
Yeah. And, you know, antiquing is, you know, we travel all over the state of Ohio. We travel to West Virginia. It's one of those things that people really enjoy. They love going and finding these things. So the question is finding good antiques hard to find?
Well, our family also owns a demolition company.
Oh, well.
So, you know, we'll go in, we'll get the antique items and building materials before we tear them down. And plus we have some great vendors here, and we have a picker that he'll bring stuff for us to buy.
Yeah. You know, in that show, American Pickers, has really brought that whole antique thing out, where a lot of people love to go out and pick and find things and do that. And you know, I love these old restored gas pumps. These are great.
They're beautiful.
And you know, especially when they're restored, and it's just amazing. What do you think is probably the most unique thing you've seen come through here, or that you've found?
We actually have a record player, music player from the late 1800s that plays a metal disc. And it's very rare. I've only seen one, and we still have it here. But we find some really unique stuff.
Does it still function?
Oh, yeah.
Does it really?
Yes.
Well, give us some contact information where we can find you. Do you have a website?
We have a Facebook page, Bullseye Antiques on Facebook.
And your address here?
Address here is 1255 and a half Guyon Road, Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Well, the My Way Lounge and Restaurant has been open for 33 years in Parkersburg. There's got to be a reason for that, right? And joining me today is Megan Evans to talk about that. Megan, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Yeah, it's good to be on here.
So tell us a little bit about the restaurant and bar and what's happened.
Well, we opened up 33 years ago. My dad, Marvin Evans, and my mom, Mary Evans, opened it up. It started out as a dream, and they made it a reality.
Wow.
So we've just been pushing forward since then.
And so tell us a little bit about the drinks, and do you do craft beer and some of the things that happen here?
Oh, we have all kinds of beer, anything you can think of. We have IPAs, drafts, Budweiser, Bud Light, all your foreign beer, anything you could think of liquor-wise we have.
You know, Megan, as we've made our tour around Parkersburg, everybody knows this place. Everybody knows this place.
Good, that's good to know.
They always say, well, we're going to stop over there, or we're going to stop over there. Now, so tell us a little bit about the food. Are you still doing food?
Yes, we still have food. I'm getting ready to reopen the kitchen more. We carry your basic bar foods, wings, pizzas, hot dogs, hamburgers, and I'm getting ready to incorporate like fall specials for like spaghetti and sandwiches and stuff like that.
Oh, great. So what was the decision to reopen after COVID-19?
Well, my mom, she ended up getting a little ill. She's on oxygen full time, so I decided to just carry it on and make my dream come true.
Yeah.
So
how's that working out?
It's a lot crazier than I expected it to be, but it's coming along very well.
Yeah. Well, Megan, give us some contact information where we can find you here in Parkersburg.
We're located at 501 Juliana Street. Our phone number is 304-428-4764, and you can find us on Facebook.
Fantastic. Megan, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Well, the Blennerhassett Hotel is the oldest hotel in West Virginia. And to learn more about it, Adam Dodson's joined us today. Adam, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, tell us a little bit about when this was built and some of the changes that's happened here.
Well, the Blennerhassett Hotel was built by Parkersburg businessman Colonel William Nelson Chancellor. Construction on the original part of the historic Blennerhassett Hotel began in 1883, and the hotel opened its doors on Monday, May the 6th, 1889. And there have been many changes over the years. The hotel has undergone 3 major renovations. The last renovation started in the fall of 2002 and continued up through the spring of 2006. This renovation actually surpassed $10 million. And as of October of 2019, we became under new ownership. We strive to really maintain our rich history by preserving it through necessary updates to the building, as well as giving historical tours of the property.
Why do I have to ask you, what amenities do you offer, and what kinds of things make this a destination?
Well, we are a boutique hotel, which means that every guest room here at the hotel is decorated differently. Whether it's just a suite or a standard king-size room, you will never see 2 rooms here at the Blennerhassett Hotel that are exactly alike. We also have a full-service restaurant and lounge, which offers room service. There are many types of room packages that we have to offer here at the hotel. We are located right in the heart of downtown Parkersburg, West Virginia, which offers guests a place to stay that is just within minutes of surrounding tourist attractions.
Well, it was great visiting today. Give us some contact information so we can send some folks down from the Columbus area to visit you.
I would be glad to. You can visit us in person here at the hotel at 320 Market Street in downtown Parkersburg, or you can go onto our website, which is www.theblennerhassett.com,